Hi friends, thank you for joining me for another short workout, and give yourself a pat on the back for taking a few minutes out of today to build a better you. For the next 12 minutes, as requested, we're going to focus on the core and those cranky hips. When you build a stronger core, you have better athletic ability, you can run faster, you can walk longer, you improve your balance, and you can decrease that back pain. So let's build that stronger core, strengthen those hips down on the floor today. Grab a mat, have a comfortable space you can come down to, because we're going to spend the next 12 minutes down on the floor. You've only got 16 rounds of 45 seconds. So let's get started on those hands and knees. We're going to activate the core by lifting those knees up off the floor. So bring your hands under your shoulders, your knees under your hips, tuck those toes, draw your belly button to the spine. Press through the palms and let's lift those knees up an inch or two. Hold as long as you would like and then tap them back down and then lift back up. While we do this, we want to keep a long, straight spine. We want to keep that belly button pulled up tight towards that spine. We want to keep those shoulders strong and back down away from the ears. Really push through those palms. You're over halfway through it already. You can hold till the end, or you can continue to lift and lower. We're just trying to activate those deep core muscles. And at the bell, we're going to start to lift one arm and the opposite leg. And we're just going to start by lightly tapping the hand and the foot out in front and behind. And then we just switch. Bringing the hand back under the shoulder, the knee back under the hip. Try to keep that torso really still. And when this starts to feel easy, we begin to lift the arm and the leg off the floor without twisting the hips or the shoulders. Keep that belly button tight to the spine. Reach as high as you would like. Maybe that bicep coming by the ear. Maybe the heel lifting in line with the hip. You pick. You can stay with that reach out, tap in for the next less than 10 seconds. We're going to start the next round right here on hands and knees. And we're going to start with a level 1. We're just going to bring the elbow down where the palm is. And then we walk it back up. And we're going to alternate which arm starts as we go down and up. When that starts to feel easy, we step the knees back and we work from there. Bringing the elbow to where the palm was, right under the shoulder, and then walking it back up. When that feels easy, we come up to the toes. We keep those hips in line with the shoulders, and we just walk it down and up. Trying to keep that torso as square to the floor as we can for the next 5 seconds. When you hear the bell, knees up or down, we're going to start to lift opposite leg or tap opposite knee. So if you start on the knees, we're just picking up one knee, bring it back down, pick up the other knee, bring it down. If you're on the toes, you're going to tap one knee, lift it back up, tap the other knee and lift it back up. And we're trying to keep those hips in line with the shoulders and square to the floor. Belly button pulled up tight. Engage those glutes a little bit. Try to press through the heels, press through the elbows and forearms. Shoulders down away from those ears. We're going to keep working until the bell. All right, bring it down. We're going to come to a side hover. So we're going to bring one arm down to the floor, shoulder over that elbow. Bring the knee in line with the hip and then start to lift the hips up. You can extend that top leg or you can keep it bent. Drive that hip bone up to the ceiling, stacking the hips over each other as well as those shoulders right on top of each other. Feel that crunch through the side of that bottom hip, bottom oblique. And we're going to add on to this. If your leg is extended, we'll bend it back and we're going to pick that top knee up away from that bottom knee as we lift those hips up. So we're going to start to activate that outer hip. Really squeeze without rolling forward or leaning back. If that's too much, keep the hip down and just do that knee lift. Just work those clamshells for the outer hip, inner thighs. Or if you want to keep going with that hover, lifting those hips up. Maybe you're doing a few of each. Keep that belly button drawn tight towards the spine. Stay strong through that shoulder. We're going to switch sides at the bell. Surely it's coming soon. There it is. Take it to the other side. Set yourself up for just that side hover. You can have the knees bent, elbow under the shoulder, stack the hips and shoulders, and then start to lift the hips. If you want to take that top leg out, you can. Really drive that hip up to the ceiling without letting it go forward or back. Straight up, crunching through the side of the core closest to the floor. Feeling that hip as you lift. We're going to bring in that top hip at the bell. If your leg is extended, you will bend it. And as you lift the hips, lift that top knee up and away. Really pull it back without taking the hip with it. If it's too much with the hip lift, keep the hip down. Just do that knee lift. Keeping that core engaged. Keeping that shoulder strong. Try not to collapse down in it. At the bell, we're coming back to all fours, but we're going to step 1 foot forward into a kneeling lunge. That was the longest 45 seconds. There it is. Up to all fours. Bring 1 foot forward and then come up into a kneeling lunge. We're going to drive our hips forward towards that front heel. Then we're going to send them back to the back heel. You can pick up those front toes. As we do this, going forward and back, try to keep the chest lifted and those hips square. And really hinge from the hips as you push them back towards that back heel. Keep them even as you press forward. Squeeze the glute as you press forward. Make sure that knee is going right over the middle of the foot. For 3 more seconds, then we'll change legs. Set yourself up. Other foot forward. You can bring the hands down to help it get there if you need to. Press those hips forward and then send them back. Ooh, lost my balance. If you're losing your balance, you can have a hand on the floor. Try to keep those hips square. You choose how fast we're doing this. You can slow it down. Really work on that range. Push the hips back. Really press them forward. You can warm those hips and move a little bit faster. Keep that belly button tight to the spine. And keep going. We're coming back to one side at the bell. This time we're going to keep the hips on the floor. And we're just going to rest up on that elbow. We're going to bend the bottom leg and extend our top leg. Keeping the hips stacked. Lift the heel and bring your big toe to the floor. Flex your foot and just lift and lower your leg. Pressing that heel up towards the ceiling. Keeping those hips stacked. Feeling that outer hip. And a little bit of that oblique on the top. Still stay strong through that shoulder. You don't want to collapse down. We want to stay lifted and keep that core engaged. That hip might be burning. Maybe you need to bend the knee and lessen that load. Try to keep the foot flexed. And we're going to start to draw little circles. Do a few one way and then switch the other way. If you want, bend the knee and draw circles with that knee one direction and then the other. Try not to roll forward and back into those hips. We want to keep them right on top of each other. Oh, I forgot to circle. I was going back to leg lifts. We're doing circles. That's what happens when I start to talk. Stay with it all the way to that bell. Bending the knee when you need to. My hip is really burning. I hope yours is too. Telling you thank you for making it stronger today. We're going to take it over to the other side as soon as we hear that bell. There it is. Shake that out. Set yourself up. Bend that leg. Should feel good to rest that hip. Extend the top leg, stack the hips, flex the foot, heel up, toe down, leg lifts. Strong in that shoulder that's holding you up. Let the core hold you up. Keep that core engaged. Keep the foot flexed and really feel that outer hip. If you need to, bend the knee. Maybe you do a few with the leg bent, and then your hip is like, you know what, we can do more. Take that leg back out long. And yes, that hip can do more. It's going to do more as we start to circle our leg at the bell. Right here. Do a few one way, switch and go the other way. When that leg starts to feel too heavy, bend the knee, make it feel just a little bit lighter. All the way to the bell. And then we're going to finish down on our back. We are almost through our 12-minute workout. Stay with it. Push yourself. Give it your all for these few minutes out of the day. Get ready to go to the back. Again, longest 45 seconds. It felt like 45 minutes. Bend that knee when you need to. Here we go. We're laying on the back. We're going to take the body out long, arms overhead. We're going to lift the head and shoulders, and then we're going to lift the feet. If that does not work for you, bend the knees, keep those toes light, or hover them off the floor. Upper body lifted. Belly button pulled down tight to the spine. Brace that core like somebody's standing on you. Press your low back down. Breathe. We're going to make this easier to finish. If you need to make it easier now, bring the head and shoulders down and just keep those toes light, knees bent. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath, but really brace that core. All right, we're going to come up onto our tailbone. You can have your hands on your lower legs or just lift it out in front. We're going to lean back, keep the back straight, and we're going to pick the feet up off the floor. Belly button to spine, shoulders back and down. Keep those knees reaching towards each other. If you need to, toes can come down. Try to keep that back straight. Try not to round. Keep those shoulder blades glued to the back ribs. If you want a little bit more to finish, take those legs out. Hold. Breathe. Feel yourself getting stronger. Almost there. Stay in it.
Activity completed.
We did it. 12 minutes for a stronger core, stronger hips. Thank you so much for joining me. Do you have 12 more minutes today? Hit play on another video. If not, squeeze in 12 minutes tomorrow. Hit that subscribe button so you can come back for more workouts each and every day so that you can become fitter just a little bit at a time. Doesn't take much. You'll see those results with consistency. Thank you again. Have a great rest of your day. I'll let you get back to that busy day.